Well, at another whacked out town hall style rally in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Donald Trump strongly denied that he has any cognitive issue, nothing wrong with his brain, nothing wrong with his memory, just moments after completely forgetting the name of the woman interviewing him. uh, oh, you can't write this stuff. You really can't. Here is Donald Trump showing his insecurities, showing what he is worried about, saying, I have no cognitive problem. I have no cognitive, insisting. And Sage Steele, the host and anchor of this event, I don't know that she seems totally convinced, even though she's a right winger.
But the one thing they said that was great, we've watched this guy for 20 years. The one thing we know is that he's got no cognitive problem. I have no cognitive. She may have a cognitive problem, but there's no cognitive problem. It was nice that they actually said that. They said, if anyone has any questions, we were grilling this guy for 2 hours or 2.5 hours. Got no cognitive. In fact, if anything, he's maybe better. I don't even know if I like this. Maybe he's better than he was 20 years ago. So anyway, no.
No problem whatsoever. And then here is Donald Trump within moments of the start of this event, forgetting the name of the host, Sage, calling her Paige.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's have a little fun, Paige, okay?
Oh, my goodness. You just can't write this stuff. You really can't. Trump's next insecurity or vulnerability is he recognizes that he's the old guy in the race. And there's nothing wrong with that. But when you built a year and a half of your campaign against Joe Biden based on Biden's age, and you're like a year and a half or 2.5 years younger, it now starts to become a problem when you are the oldest a major political party nominee in American history, and your opponent, Kamala Harris, had a birthday at which she turned 60. So here is Trump going, I'm nowhere close to 80. I'm not 80. I'm really not. Hold on. Let's get the right clip.
Leaders in the world, and I'm not 80, and I'm not that close to 80. But in the Biden case, he's 81 or 82. Leaders
Right.
in the
Donald Trump will be 80 in 20 months, about 600 days. In 20 months, Donald Trump will be 80. Trump's cognitive and memory issues continuing throughout this event. You might know that Trump loves to refer to oil, petroleum, as liquid gold. He talks about we have liquid gold right beneath our feet. He repeats it at every rally. He seems disoriented. He seems confused. He's unable to raise that phrase from the depths of his mind.
And I'm telling you, I said it at the beginning, I'll say it again. We have more liquid, think of it, we have more gasoline and gas, and we have oil.
Right. Trump becoming confused, doing the shoulder glitch, looking for different words. What he was looking for was liquid gold. He couldn't find it in his brain, and so he moves on. It's happening a dozen times at every rally. Trump affecting what he calls the weave, where he brilliantly and articulately, very erudite, weaving together different topics and statistics and knowledge, but it's not landing. It's not making any sense. He just seems disoriented.
Energy is so big. It's so like amorphous. It's all over the place. If you make donuts, it's the stove and the truck to bring them to wherever they're being delivered.
And at this point, Sage Steele seeming increasingly uncomfortable. And finally, Trump quacking like a duck on the stage.
So we're going to let him frack like a duck. Frack.
Frack like a duck. There you go. Donald Trump doing impressions. So the crowd at this one, not particularly engaged. And one of the really interesting things that's going on is you see the push-pull between Trump and his campaign. The campaign is thinking to itself, this is my speculation, of course. This entire show is my speculation at the end of the day. What I mean is I give my opinion on the show. What I'm about to tell you is just my opinion. My guess as to what's going on here is that Trump's campaign team sees that when he's given a speech to read off of a teleprompter, rather than being 70 minutes, it ends up being 2 hours, 2.5 hours, because Trump goes off script, he glitches, he gets disoriented, he gets confused. It ends up going too long. Trump's exhausted. He's saying horrible things that make no sense. So they think, let's set it up so that it plays to Trump's strengths, I guess. What Trump's strengths are at this point kind of is a mystery, but they imagine, let's play up Trump being interrupted a little bit by questions so he can't just rant for 2 hours. So they set up one of these town halls. The problem is that he's asked relatively simple questions and he can't or won't answer them. And he seems confused, and it becomes even more obvious that he's not answering the question either because he doesn't want to or he's unable to. So at this point, I don't really know what format best suits Trump. It's clearly not a debate format against Kamala Harris. It's clearly not an interview format like he recently had with the Economic Club of Chicago, I believe it's called. It's clearly not a 2.5-hour speech where he rants and raves. And it's clearly not a town hall event with voters. So I don't know if there is a favorable format for Trump at this point in time. And if you think, well, what about a friendly interview? I'm going to show you a friendly interview now, and you'll see it also doesn't go particularly well. What is the best way to learn a language? Immersion, living where the language is spoken and using it every day. When that's not possible, you can still learn a language. And I think the second best way is Babbel. Our sponsor, Babbel, is the science-backed language learning app that works and works quickly. Don't pay hundreds of dollars for private tutors or waste hours on apps that don't really help you start speaking the language. Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons are handcrafted by over 200 language experts to help you start speaking a new language in as little as 3 weeks. You know, when I travel to a country where I'm unfamiliar with the language, I just start using Babbel a few weeks before I get on the plane. And I end up with a surprising level of comfort with the language once I'm at my destination. There are studies from Yale, Michigan State University, and others that continue to prove Babbel is better. One study found that using Babbel 15 hours is like a semester of a language class at college. Babbel has sold over 16 million subscriptions, and all of Babbel's 14 award-winning language courses are backed by their 20-day money-back guarantee. Here's a special limited-time deal for my audience. Right now, get up to 60% off your Babbel subscription, but only for my audience at babbel.com/Pacman. Rules and restrictions may apply. The link is in the description.